Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Kill.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
Got it. 54. Mike 54. I got him.
Throwing on 1st down. Green. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Mike 37. Check. There we go, 37. Come on, boy.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. It got his man. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". I got you, son. Check it out.
Now Rashad Penny trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Penny, a first down carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
Wilson's pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down. And we're going 30. Mike 37.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready, set.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
22 jump bomber. 22 jump, get it.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
70, Indy. Watch the slant.
Now Green, throwing on 3rd and long. And going deep for Hill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, 0-0-0. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the safety creep. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Keith. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Josh Jones in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Push him back. 6 guys.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's just me and you. Let's go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Down. 10 Lobo. 54 Mike. Come to my world. Hey, Orbit. Come to my world. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Green. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the slant. Go.
To throw on third down. Green. And that is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Shoot.
This is Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's Penny on the counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Reload. 37's the mic. Mouth off. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Green on 1st and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw is Green. To throw on 2nd down. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Green. Flushed out right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 57 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Seahawks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Penny. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
On 2nd down, Keith. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Mike's by 4. Hey!
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Wilson operating from the gun. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got one.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Your trip is here.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Left side complete to Lockett. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
37's long. 37. I got it.
From the gun, Wilson. Cooper's got him. The end result, 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Wilson will throw again. He's going to go for a big play down, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gerald Everett, 62 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the pass. Hey, Echo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut. Mike's protein spill. Mike's 54. Man out. Shoot.
Drain down. Looking to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 54. I'm here all day.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's not going to get me.
Again, it's Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Come this way. Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
60 outlaw. It's our time. It's our time.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, Mike. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch twist. Tight
On second down, it's Pollard. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Green, throwing on third and long. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second and 12, Wilson, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Coming to you. Let's go.
They go to Elliott again.
Get there.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Green now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Wilson going to throw again. Being chased out left. Incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mike 54. Let him know, let him know.
On 1st down, Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Right there. 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
You better be afraid of me.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
You got nothing.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the Seahawks on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert.
Operating from the gun. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Man, I got you. Good job right there.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Ready, break. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Mike 54. I'm trying to collect. Get it.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.